surface tension. It is the tangential force exerted by the surface of the liquid per unit length. Take a beaker containing water. When you dip a capillary tube in the water vertically, the water level rises in the capillary tube above the water level in the beaker and remains constant due to capillarity. Let h be the height of the capillary rise. And d be the diameter of the capillary tube. And half of the diameter gives the radius r of the capillary tube. Knowing the values of h is equal to height of the capillary rise, r is equal to radius of the bore, d is equal to density of the water, g is equal to the acceleration due to gravity, then surface tension of the water T is given by half into h plus r by 3 into rdg, and its units are dyne per centimeter. Aim: to determine the surface tension of water by capillary rise method using travelling microscope. Apparatus: capillary tube, travelling microscope, beaker containing water, cork, pointer, and retort stand. A travelling microscope is a compound microscope fitted vertically on a vertical scale. The base of the travelling microscope consists of leveling screws which helps in adjusting the base horizontally. It can move up and down and left and right, carrying a vernier scale along with it. Here you can see the horizontal main scale and vernier scale. Similarly, you can see the vertical main scale and vernier scale. At any given position, the readings are taken by combining the main scale and vernier scale readings. Now, let us see the least count of the travelling microscope. Here, 50 divisions of vernier scale is equal to 49 divisions of the main scale. So, 1 vernier scale division is equal to 49 by 50 main scale divisions. Since the least count is defined as the difference between 1 main scale division and 1 vernier scale division, least count is equal to 1 main scale division minus 1 vernier scale division, that is equal to 1 main scale division minus 49 divided by 50 main scale divisions, that is equal to 1 divided by 50 main scale divisions. Least count is equal to 0.01 millimeters, that is 0.001. The travelling microscope reading, when the cross mark is focused on the lower meniscus of the water, is 5.914 centimeters. Travelling microscope reading, when the cross mark is focused on the tip of the needle, is 3.63 centimeters. The difference between these two values gives us the capillary rise h, which is equal to 2.280 centimeters. Similarly, the values for the second readings are: mean h is equal to h1 plus h2 by 2, that is 2.280 plus 2.259 by 2. Therefore, mean h is equal to 2.269 centimeters. The travelling microscope reading, when the cross mark is focused on the right end of the bore, is 1.775 centimeters. The travelling microscope reading, when the cross mark is focused on the left end of the bore, is 1.649 centimeters. The difference between these two values gives us the diameter of the bore, that is 0.126 centimeters, and half of it gives us the radius r, which is equal to 0.063 centimeters. Similarly, the values for the second readings are: mean r is equal to r1 plus r2 by 2, that is 0.063 plus 0.065 by 2. Therefore, mean r is equal to 0.064 centimeters. Least count of the vernier scale of the microscope LC is equal to 0.001 centimeters. Height of the water level in the tube H is equal to 2.269 centimeters. Radius of the bore R is equal to 0.064 centimeters. Acceleration due to gravity G is equal to 980 centimeter per second square. Density of the water D is equal to 1 gram per centimeter cube. Therefore, the surface tension of the water T is equal to 1 by 2 into H plus R by 3 RdG dyne per centimeter, that is equal to 1 by 2 into 2.269 plus 0.064 by 3 into 0.065 into 980 into 1 dyne per centimeter, which is 71.15 dynes per centimeter. Precautions. A capillary tube should have uniform bore. The water taken in the beaker should be clean, and any impurity may lower the surface tension. The water column rise should be free from air bubbles. Readings should be taken without any parallax error. The tube should be clamped vertically. Internal diameter of the capillary tube should be measured in two mutually perpendicular directions.
दोस्तों, आपको वीडियो कैसी लगी हमें कमेंट करके बताइए। यदि अच्छी लगी हो तो लाइक कीजिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और दोस्तों के साथ इस वीडियो को शेयर कर दीजिए।